guest that is the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sameti. The YouTube how you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.
Oh, welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. We are joined today by Jason.
Yo, what's going on? Getting the notifications that you're going live at 9 p.m.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah.
That's good to know.
I'm getting late notifications too because YouTube likes to, send them like 45 minutes after they're done airing anyway. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty ridiculous. Welcome, Nefarious. Hail.
Yo, what's up, Nefarious?
Hey, Leroy.
Hey, Leroy.
I hear this is where people with bad taste in music come to hang out.
Yeah, that's why you're here, man. That's why Leroy's here. You know, he wants to listen to what is an individual with elegant taste in fine music.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's it. Every time I see that opening, lol.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
All right. We have the honor of having Jason of Unhinged Entertainment.
That would be us.
My goodness golly. So you've got this awesome book, Absolute 2, the sequel.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Why don't we play the darn trailer?
Hey, we can do that if you want. If you want to do that, we can do that.
Our heroes are captured and tortured for information. Pried and thrown by the Omni Org to reveal the secrets of the Tumulti and secure their position as the ultimate species. Will they survive? Will the joining of two new heroes help them overthrow vicious Omni overlords? Will their heroics save the planet? Find out on the epic conclusion to Absolute.
Will their heroics save the world? The epic conclusion, eh? Book 2. Uh-oh, you're muted. Hold on.
I mute myself when people play videos, just so, like background noise picks up or anything.
No, because I thought that... I thought when we played... Oh, all right.
That's if it's overlaid. Yeah, that's if you have it already set up in the thing. But otherwise that, I always mute just in case, like, something happens in the background or kids screaming because they're being stabbed. I don't know. But, no, yeah, this is the conclusion to this story arc. Absolute is kind of like Sin City in a way, where the title, the elements of that time frame, or that like Pizeus is the city in there, which, I mean, things happen outside it, but there's going to be more stuff happening like in that and around those characters or those background characters that are in the book. So Absolute will still like have books here and there, but this story arc in itself is going to be finished. Now, whether or not which characters in this book will continue, I know Samurai Priest is going to be one of them. He's going to get a book eventually. He's a fan favorite. And outside of that, whatever strikes my fancy, really. So
Nice. Yeah, as everyone knows, I've been kind of out of the game for like a month. Good golly.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. I mean, you did stream a few times from Walmart, but
yeah, a couple, but man, nothing like my usual schedule. And it was one of those things where I got a freaking cold and I just couldn't get rid of it.
Oh, I hate that, man.
Yeah, it just when you think you've got it nearly licked, it comes back. It's
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're just over it. Then what happens also is the weather changes like so drastically from like we live in Ohio, so we're not doxing, everyone knows that, but the weather changes literally by the hour. Like it's so insane. So you know you could be recovering, but then all of a sudden, boom, 30-degree weather, you get snow. So you know then 2 days later it'll be like 65 degrees. So your body just does not like that, and so you get sick all over again.
yeah, there was actually snow this morning. Golly.
Yeah, it's snowing now here, and it's supposed to be in the 30s tomorrow. But by after that, it's picking back up.
Yeah. Uh, but now finally going to get back to streaming again, thankfully. Got a busy schedule. And in a couple of weeks, I actually am slated slated to do to start a new job.
Oh, really? Nice, man.
Yeah, it got to the point at which I had to face facts and conclude that in order to support my Comicsgate book addiction, I needed money,
You kind of need that, yeah.
Yeah, my current job wasn't cutting it. It was helping pay the bills, but it wasn't enough to pay the bills and buy every single book I want.
Yeah, there's a lot of great campaigns out there right now, and in the future. There's a lot that are coming out that I'm signed up for that I can't wait for. And it's like you said, it's really hard to back them all whenever you just have like one job or something like that, or you're paying your bills, or you're trying to feed yourself, or you need medications or something. You know what I mean? So exactly. It's really like I was able to finally back the Embrace, Hunting Alice, and Groken because of the stimulus check.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was very grateful to get those, especially since I have a little bit in Hunting Alice. So
sweet.
Yeah, he used I did some fan art of one of his characters called Roulette, and he's using that as the Ashcan cover, which I was immensely flattered by because I didn't draw that for that purpose. I just wanted to have some fun, and he loved it so much. I was like, dude, I'm immensely flattered. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
it's really cool.
Yeah. Anthony's a good guy. I like Dark Gift. Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, like this one, it'll be nice to kind of end the story arc. I love it. I'm having a lot of fun doing it and creating it. But I got some ideas, and also I'm kind of excited to work on. My brother has a book he's gonna write. A comic he's been wanting to do for a while now, and I want to try different techniques in it, and hopefully I can pull them off. If not, I'll just have to I don't know. I want to try different things, but it'll still be me, but my style. But I just want to try different mediums and experiment a little bit within this book that he's got.
So that can be your second after you fulfill Absolute Book 2, is that your next project? You're gonna be the artist for your brother's book that he wrote?
Yeah. Now, I mean, him and I have to talk because he wants to just write it, and I don't blame him. He's not used to this. He doesn't know how to letter. Oh, pardon me. He doesn't know how to do like any of those other things, but he can write. So I'll have to talk with him about like finances and stuff. I don't even mind. We'll talk percentages and stuff like that. We're gonna split probably, but if I'm doing like a majority of the leg work, I would obviously kind of want a little bit bigger of a cut. But this is his brainchild, so I don't want to try to rip him off. So, and I want to maybe do another one if he wants, but and maybe later get another artist to have it do his stuff. Cause I got my own stuff I want to do, but yeah, so it'll be fun. We'll see what happens. I would prefer to get most of that drawn and stuff like that, or I want to do a lot of watercolors too and stuff. I would prefer to get most of that done, then launch it. Rather like this one, I'm about 55% in, so I would rather be a lot farther. Like I was with book 1, I was like 90% done. And that made things a lot easier.
Sure.
And I have the shipping date far enough ahead of time just in case snafus happen, but I still don't want to. I would rather fulfill like October, November with this one and stuff like that. So I kind of want to hunch down and you know, I live stream every now and then, or I jump on streams, and that's fun. I love it. But you know, I gotta get my head down, pencil down, and just get to work.
Put the nose to the grindstone.
That's right, man. So yeah.
Welcome, El Gargoyle. Thanks for the
eggplant, man. Yeah, like I was working on. I'll show this one.
Moist.
Like this is what I'm. This is the page I'm working on now, and the way I'm doing the second half of this book is like I'm doing like this is digital, like these little bits here. You know, this right here is digital, but I'm not going to go over her hair in solid black ink. Add some but I add a lot of detail in the crosshatch, like a lot. Some of this was digital, but a lot of it I filled in with traditional. So they're like, see, I'm going to go in and add more here and here because this is digital. That's only because of my eyes. But this way there's traditional art because I'm going to crosshatch whatever's this, you know, maybe aside from zip-a-tone or halftone patterns that I'll do digitally. All right. So whatever's on here is going to be in the book. So you're going to get a traditional page. Like you can't reprint this. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
So yeah. So that's how I'm doing this one. Like you can see, I finished that panel. I kind of skipped that one because I got to add a lot to it, and I kind of wanted to finish up his the close up on him right there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So yeah, and
same detail. I love it.
I could kind of noodle in a little more of him, but I might leave the rest of him alone. But I'm kind of also going to experiment a little bit with this. That's the second half. The first half of the book is digital. So, but there are one-off prints in the campaign, like before. But anyway, what I plan on doing is like that for like battle scenes, having like pen and ink that you dip and brush and stuff, and have be gritty. And then for like, you know, talking scenes or whatever, just do micron where it's a lot smoother. You know, there's less room for like mistake and like, you know, stuff like that. So it'll be a calmer feel. You know what I mean? So that I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to try a couple pages like that, see if it works really well. And micron's faster anyway than dipping pen and ink. You could
I'm sure.
So yeah, but yeah, I'll see how that flows.
That's cool. Oh man, thanks, man. I love your work.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Now Gargoyle says, "You have a naked old white guy being crucified."
Yeah, no, he's not really being crucified. Yeah. You have to back the book and read it to find out what happened. There's no words in the pages that I have up. So, you know, so you don't have any context. You don't have any context or hints of spoilers.
Welcome, Edwin. The Ace is live on Indiegogo Acevedo.
Yes, my friend. Yeah, I do believe the Ace is in demand right now. So everyone go back the Ace. I did. You should too.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? I think I screwed up because, well, this is a different book. You mentioned Groken. I think I kept meaning to get back to it, and I was bouncing back and forth trying to figure out what tier to get. But I think I screwed. Oh, you know what? All right, never mind. I managed to get in on time at.
Oh, good.
I was backer 983. Okay.
Yeah, he ended it, and he was, dude. His strategy for those tiers was brilliant. The way he set them up. If you wanted certain books, you had to back it like a higher tier and a higher tier and a higher. So ingenious, like the way he went about it, and like it's not a money scamming thing at all, but it's very tactical, and it worked. It worked on me anyway because I got a high tier. But
yeah. I mean, you want everything if you can get it, and if it fits within your budget.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I said, I got that stimulus, so.
Yeah. Welcome, Simon Sim Poitier.
Hello, what's going on, Sim?
How's it going, man? And he's got Tales from the Natverse. Hello, Eric McIntyre. He said nice when you were showing your artwork, man.
Yeah, he picked up a couple pieces in the auction, and I can't thank him enough for that. That was a fun time, man. Yeah, you watch any of it?
I caught part of one, and I think I was looking at a snippet of another. But I was thinking of going back and like binge watching the entire thing, every section one at a time.
It was fun.
It seemed pretty fun. You guys got a dang big turnout.
Oh, dude,
that's impressive.
Yeah, we've been talking about the next one, and how to streamline it, and make things a little more simplistic. And, obviously that's, far enough in the future that, we can still talk about things. And between Luke, me, Cy, and Shay, it just like try to spitball things. We have a couple ideas already. And Leroy actually sniped it, and Cy got a lot of great feedback from that. A lot of good tips. So that was really awesome that they did, because they were able to then comment on certain things, like, maybe they should try this, maybe they should do that. So that was cool. It was great. And you know what? Like Cy and Shay, they did all the legwork. Like Luke and I helped. We talked about it. We put it out there. Like I kind of like pitched the idea, but they molded it. You know what I mean? So Cy and Shay really deserve a lot of credit for what they did. They were troopers, and I can't thank them enough for that. It was fun.
Nice. Yeah. I'd contemplated doing a similar auction, kind of on the same vein, because to help the younger, newer creators, sell their stuff, since many of them can't make it on the bigger channel auction.
Right. That was a big point of this. Yeah.
And that was, I was thinking that I would need time to plan it out. So I was going to set it out in the future, like when I hit 400 subs on my channel.
There you go. No, yeah, that's actually smart. Like we plan, I say we, but like I said, Cy and Shay did the legwork, but we planned this over like a month, I believe, maybe a little bit more, but it's about a month prep time. And even then, it was just, even last minute, they were, still hitting things and doing that. Like it was, so yeah, I think having it like pretty far enough in the future. And I think that's one thing I wanted, was to get new people in. I wanted to get, top tier talent. Like we had Vinny, Preston, Russ Leach, Carl. I don't want to insult anybody by not mentioning their names, but we had some Plagle, Dan Plagle. We had a lot of top tier talent on that auction. But I also wanted those people like that don't really even have a campaign. They love to do artwork, and they think maybe somebody might sell some. Like Wolverine doesn't have a campaign, but he loves to do artwork. And that gave him the incentive also then to actually just start drawing again, maybe, and start noodling or doing things. And it gets those creative juices flowing. And he sold a couple pieces. It was fantastic. So
sweet.
Yeah, it was great, man. And that's what I want. I just want to try to get people some artwork that's cool. Plain and simple. Not everybody can draw. If somebody else can, they can access their artwork and buy it, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, maybe by going over your guys' auction, I can glean some tips and tricks on what works and what doesn't, and and also compare that to what works and what doesn't on EVS's auctions.
Right. And also, like, if you're doing it, it's your thing. So you might want to do things your way. You know what I mean? Or, like, do something different. Like we have bid instead of confirm. Like, so we did a couple things different from EVS. Obviously EVS, he set, what the standard is, and gave pretty much what it looks like to have one online and stuff like that. So, obviously without Ethan, none of this would have come to fruition probably. But yeah. So, but yeah, it's always fun to make it your own thing too. But yeah, it was a good time. I recommend everybody go check it out, because we will be having another one. We don't know if it's going to be in quarterly or if it's going to be like every 6 months. So we're still talking.
Eric,
Groken is closed.
Groken is closed. Yeah. He kind of did the John Malin method.
Yeah. Well,
where you don't go in demand at all.
It's You know what? That's not a bad idea for people of like, Roquefort, Malin, Frege,
Mhm.
even, big names like that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Now, granted, Frege got a crap ton of backers by staying in demand. But if you close or don't go in demand, you're going to get that rush. I think Groken got like 10 grand in the last few hours.
Dang.
Yeah, he was on Leroy's channel, and I think they got him like 10 grand or something like that. So, but that's because everyone knew it was going to close. It was not going to stay and go in demand. So they were getting on and backing it, as soon as they could. So
Right.
yeah. But if it's somebody like me, I'm obviously going to want to be in demand because, people, they're going to back Roquefort before me. I get it, but that gives them time to be like, okay, well, I can now back Unhinged and get, absolute, even at a $15 tier. Cool. It just gives people more time to back, us guys that are just, scrounging around down here. So yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. And, I think it's a good thing until you become a huge hit.
Yeah.
I think it has the way to go.
It's something I've debated about, obviously not now, but, thought about not being in demand and just closing it and then doing everything, not doing everything, but like, that way I can get everything in, I can get what I need. And it's just, it makes sense, but at the same time, it makes sense to stay in demand to get more backers. So
Yeah. Both
Yeah.
methods have their pros and cons.
Exactly.
Eric mentions, it worked on a lot of us.
That closing.
Yeah. The way he set up his tiers.
Yeah, it was smart and a good campaign.
Eric agrees that auction was very fun.
Yeah, it was a good time, and Cy and Shay I think are still recovering. So because they were up for like 15 hours. They did the auction for 15 hours, I should say. They were up a lot longer than that. So
okay.
It was crazy.
Nefarious says, Wise, that's a lot of hours. I don't remember what that was in reference to. Let me see. It was way more successful than I thought it would be too. Yeah, I mean, you got some good names on the panel, and you got a lot of people participating. So,
well, you know what?
Traffic.
The thing is, like, that shows you how great this community is like these huge name guys.
Mm-hmm.
When I would ask them, the answer was like almost instantly yes. Like some of them were more like the only apprehension was maybe like time zones or their workload. That was it though. Most of the time I'd ask and they'd just be like yes, because they want the fans to get good art too. And that just shows you like they're all about the fans. So, especially, even people and the people who couldn't get on EBS's streams, they were obviously very grateful. But yeah, it was that this community cares, and I think that auction showed it full force.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and if it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So we want to give back. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Eric's setting money aside for the next auction.
Yeah. He's a beast. Everyone, get your money saved up because you got to go against Eric. You're in for trouble. When he wants something, he's gonna get it.
If I remember right, I think every artist sold at least one piece during the auction.
Yeah, every artist sold something. So awesome. There were a couple things that didn't sell. I'm pretty sure every artist did anyway, but I know there were a couple pieces that didn't sell. Mainly, like, there was one that I wanted. It was the, I think it was the Boba Fett helmet or something like that. I can't remember. Or the Mandalorian one. But I don't have any room anywhere. I don't have any room to put it anywhere because I would have bid on that thing. It was the Deadpool with the skull thing over it. Yeah, go watch, I think it was the third one.
A physical mask? Or
it was, the Mandalorian helmet one was like a physical helmet. And there was like a Deadpool skull with like another like skull thing over it. It was really awesome, and I would have bid on that in a heartbeat. But I don't have anywhere to put it. I got no room, so like few things didn't sell mainly because of stuff like that.
Really?
It wasn't because it wasn't good. It was awesome. It was just because of like, space, like stuff like that. So
you make the room. Who needs
you make the room. I got no room.
Who needs a chair?
I have pieces. I have pieces from artists like that are big artists still in envelopes because I have nowhere to hang them up. I can't hang them up. I don't have any room.
I mean, really, do you really need a mattress?
Well, I mean, that's the one thing I kind of do need.
Can't you kind of like sleep standing up?
I can sleep on the ground. I did it in college.
Welcome, geeks. Enjoy
Hey.
your erotica. How's it going?
What's up?
Was mostly Leroy. I suggest do it every 6 months. It gives people time to set aside more money.
Yeah. I am on the 6-month team. I think they were very hyped up about everything, and so they kind of mentioned 4. Or 3 even. I'm like, that's just not. And not only does it give people time to save up money, it gives people time to back campaigns, stuff like that, So that's why I'm in favor of 6. Like I said, this is stuff we got to talk about, and whether or not the fans are like more interested. Like right there, somebody suggested 6. So whether or not it's more a fan base, because it is a fan base thing. So whether or not they're more in favor of a 6-month thing, or they want something sooner, which I don't know. Yeah, and also it depends on Cy and Shay on their endurance, because
their availability.
Yeah. So
they book like a month in advance,
exactly,
if not more.
Mm-hmm.
Now it feels like I'm throwing a wrench in the works because it'll screw up people's spending savings for the next Red Valkyrie auction.
What, you mean for your auction?
Yeah.
No,
like,
dude.
Man, people are going to be saving for that.
Okay.
Then they won't have the money for this one.
Well, that's the thing. All right.
Auction going on.
Well, no, the thing, the auction that we had initially, like I was pitching to people, and it did kind of go this way. I was telling everybody, this is kind of a lower end auction. This isn't EVS, so don't expect hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, things were going for 40, 50, stuff like that, 20. So, yeah, there are things that sold for a lot of money, and that's all in the bidders. It's all in them. But things start off really like Rob Willis started off at 0. So, so having your auction won't, because even still, if you do like kind of a similar format where you're like, oh, minimum bid has to be 100, like you don't do that.
Oh, well,
right. So if it's since it's for the fans, you kind of want to make it affordable also, but you don't want to cheapen things, obviously. But you leave it up to the artist whether or not their starting bid is. So I don't think it'll, as long as you try to be like, hey, can we kind of have like sketches or pieces that you don't mind letting go for like $50, $40, stuff like that. And usually as artists, dude, we draw all the time. All we do is doodling. Like I take a break from drawing by drawing. So, you know what I mean? So I think that is a smart way to go for people that aren't EVS level.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll throw a monkey wrench in anything, man. Now, if you have it like the week before us, yeah.
Neff swiped up every other piece of art during the auction.
Yeah, he did. Neff was a beast at bidding. I was like, oh, dude. So, yeah, I was like, wow, man, you go for, hey, you know what? If he gets it, he gets it. There's nothing we can really do about that. So, and congratulations to him because he got some beautiful pieces.
Yeah, but I didn't get them all. Get Over It snagged quite a few I was angling for. Mm-hmm. Still, the auction was hella fun, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, and yeah.
Same, Neff. I'm looking forward to the next one. Thumbs up. Deadpool skull inside Jar Jar. Really?
That's what it was. Yeah.
Deadpool skull inside Jar Jar Binks skull. Was it like whoa?
It was I don't know if they were paper mache. I think the Deadpool skull might have been like I I don't know what it was. It could have been like a Halloween skull that he painted Deadpool's mask over or something. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
And the Jar Jar Binks skull, don't ask me. It was beautiful. it was awesome, and I really would have loved to have had that. But like I said, I honestly can't fit anything anywhere. I'm in my bedroom. Like that's all the space I have.
Yeah, I'm finally making space in my place. I decided to donate a bunch of stuff that I'd been sitting on for way too long. Try and get out of this habit of being a pack rat.
Yeah.
There you go. Sleep standing up like a conehead. Welcome, Max Forrest. Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up, Max? So cool. He's got the trading card and the secret tier.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, for Absolute.
Made the Grogan closeout so successful. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Through the chat.
Yeah, the Grogan. I think I watched a little bit of the Grogan closeout. I can't remember what I had to do after that. I had something I had to do.
Without you, that final push probably wouldn't have happened, and none of us would have had the chance to chill with Rockefeller.
Without me?
That,
oh yeah, without Leroy. Yeah, no, Leroy. Yeah. That was awesome. He did it.
You put it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I recommend everybody go follow Leroy's channel. Like we give each other smack from time to time just out of fun, but it's great content. Anyone watching the replay or now, if you don't, go sub to Leroy. I can't recommend his channel enough.
Absolutely.
And sub to this one. What are you doing? Come on now.
Eric says my entire wall is going to be covered in CG art scene.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
As soon as I do some more cleaning of my place, I'm going to finally get some of this stuff framed and hung on the walls. Hopefully it stays up.
Yeah, I got a piece from Vinny. Oh, speaking of not Vinny, but I actually, because I won a couple things myself.
Man, that girl can close out raised about 10,000.
Yeah, like yeah. That was, I don't know if you can see this there's a thing over it, but I won a Doctor Who piece by Joe Catapalo of Star Circuit. Not Star Circuit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think Star Circuit.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Cool. It was really cool. So, yeah, he includes this.
I didn't know he did Doctor Who. Wow.
Yeah, it was a Doctor Who sketch. I'm like, oh, I got to have that. And I'm glad I won it, too. So, yeah, that was cool. And I just got it today. So, I got to hang this up. I got a piece from Vinny that I won that I got to hang up. Michael T. I got a piece from Michael T. of Desert Hut Comics. He's a great artist. And like I said, I got a lot of Jonathan Weishak originals I got to hang up still. So, I have, like, no room. I got to figure out how to do it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, just pretty cool. I got a couple from this other project, from this other campaign. I scored some Doctor Who artwork too.
Nice.
So that's pretty nice.
I started in on Doctor Who. During was it the 9th Doctor? The guy from Gone in 60 Seconds. He was in a bunch of movies. He only played him once. I think it was the 9th Doctor. He had the leather jacket. The mannequins that came to life. Anyway, that's where I started Doctor Who, but the last, don't get me started on the next seasons here, but yeah, I really like Doctor Who, so or liked Doctor Who, so, I should say.
Prior to this latest iteration.
yeah, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, true. Max Force says Christopher Eccleston.
Christopher Eccleston. Oh, yeah, the Doctor. Yeah. I believe that's his name, of the Doctor that I started with.
Yeah, I keep forgetting the name of the one that I started with, but he was a really tall, slender-looking guy with the trench coat and the really long scarf and the crazy hair.
Smith.
Kind of looked like an afro.
Like an afro then. I know there was some. What's his face? So he was after David Tennant. I know Peter Capaldi was the other
First one with Rose was Eccleston.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna hide my camera. I think I can reach what I need to reach without taking my headphones off. Okay. So I got the artwork from one of the trading cards on, so I want to go show it.
Yeah, sweet.
I might get real distant though. Oh no, my cord's wrapped around my chin. That's always fun. All right, I got to take my headphones off.
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah, Maxwork says not Matt Smith. Tennant was the trench coat and the hair. Smith was the fez guy and bow tie.
I got the crazy long headphone extension, and it just gets tangled up on everything.
So you can go and reach.
Well, it's so I can. Yeah, so I can go draw actually, and like my art table's right there, so that way I can stream, draw and stuff like that. Because I have another webcam attached to that. But this is by Mr. Christopher John, and it's upside down. So yeah, this is by Christopher John. Amazing talent. You're gonna see a lot of cool stuff from this cat. He's working on a short story for Narwhal.
Wow.
I really love his stuff, and I asked him, and he agreed to do it, even though he said, that's the last thing he's going to probably do outside of his work, stuff that he's commissioned on already. So I lucked out. This will be, I got to scan it and color it still, but this will be for sale on the campaign, along with, because there's going to be 3 trading cards in the campaign. Everyone's going to get at least 2 of them, no matter what. So you got Christopher John, this one, Dan Plagle, Goblin Girl. Everyone go sign up on the email for that. And Lou Gaglietta, the Death Metal Hero, my friend. And so they're all doing trading cards for me. And everyone's going to get at least 2 of those. If you back at higher tiers, you're going to get all 3. So if you get, if you get that original art, you'll get all 3 trading cards, plus the comic, plus the art. So yeah, it'll be. What is this? To group tabs together. I don't like that. So yeah, it's so everybody's getting at least 2 of those. Now, if you back more than one time, the odds are really good you're going to get all 3. You're going to have duplicates, obviously, but otherwise, if you back one time, you only get 2. You got to hunt down the one you're missing. And those are just some of the trading cards. I got a lot of trading cards, in store for this, and there's also the Absolute Valkyrie trading card. I could probably pull that up. It'll take me a second probably, but yeah, I have to pull that up. Yeah, so you can get that in the higher tiers. It's on the campaign, but you'll get that at higher tiers as well. There was easier ways to get it during the streams. I had done last campaign when I started on Red Valkyrie. I did Absolute Valkyrie embellished print. I did that for anyone who backed. This time I made a special tier for it, because if I did it for anyone that backed, I anticipated that would be insane, because I probably would have gotten, even if I had to do like 12 of them, I'm like, that's way too many. So I made it a tier. So you get the embellished print, which is just, I print out the line art and then I go over it in watercolor, pen and ink, acrylic paint, whatever, and then you get that. So you get and then you also get the trading card of the Absolute Cyborg. So this is one of the embellished prints that I've done. This is watercolor, and then yeah, so I went in on a watercolor, and I added some blues in there and some gradations and stuff like that. So I thought it came out really well. But this one is the only one that's going to look like this. Yeah. All the other ones are going to look totally different. So you get an original piece of artwork in a way. So yeah, unless, you have me draw up a original piece of artwork, this is one of the ways to go about doing it. So this was a tier. That was one way to get the Absolute Cyborg trading card. There are a couple other ways in the campaign with the higher tiers and stuff like that. So yeah, I got a lot of trading cards in store because I like trading cards, and they'll have D&D stats on the back of them. So if you play Dungeons and Dragons, you can play as these characters. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
And as you mentioned earlier in the trailer, this is the conclusion of this story arc.
Correct.
There will likely be, I mean, Absolute is your baby. It's your main IP, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the first thing that came up. You know, it's the first thing iteration that I have. You know, so it grew on me more than I anticipated in a way, but it just grew on me like it grew on everyone else. So I really like these characters. Now I don't know what's going to happen at the end of this because I write it as I go. I have an idea of how it ends, but I keep messing with it as I'm going. I keep changing the ending. So now whether like this story focuses on the two main characters of the old man and Danny. So this is the conclusion of their story arc. Now whether or not they're going to have more books, I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. It all depends on how this ends. I still honestly have not solidified it, the ending of this. So you have like new characters, like that's Tabby, the little girl there, and she's a shapeshifter, but she really likes dogs. So she doesn't. She's not a werewolf, but she shapeshifts into like a bigger werewolf type entity, monster. But she could probably have a solo little book, or even have a little side book with the samurai priest, or even Danny or something like that. So or even a background character. I have a lot of characters in the background of some of these pages that I'm like, I really like the way that person looks. So they might get their own little story too. So that's why this is the way it is. So this story arc concludes the Danny old man like journey, so to speak. It could continue. It could be prequels. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Thanks, man.
Maxwork says the metal looks so great on that cyborg.
Thank you, Max. That's a big compliment because he's a talent. So thank you. Yeah, everyone go follow Max on Entertainment Madness on Twitter.
Exciting action.
Yeah, exciting action. Yeah, like I said, like see, this is pen and like some digital, but pen and ink. So there's like splatter and blobs and just crush it like craziness. So it's dirty, it's gritty, it's in there like the action should be. It's so I'm thinking if I do microns and clean it up on the non-action pages, it'll have like a flow to it. But yeah, I'm hoping for I want more action in this one than I did in the other one. So that's one reason why also this book is undefined as to how many pages I have. It's going to be a minimum of 43, but a maximum 46, but a maximum of 60.
Oh, all right.
All right. To keep it staple bound.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, and more. Yeah, see, there's some more pages. Yeah, season. And I have a little, there's a couple more monsters, and well, mainly like one more monster in a way. I introduced the Mutts, which is an acronym. He describes what it stands for. But they're like the bloodhounds for the Envy. They seek things out.
Do you have your own drawing paper, or is this digital?
I have the 11x17 Canson paper, and I make my own blue line template in Photoshop. So it is digital, but yeah, that one and this page is digital too. So I have a perk where you can get like the printed interior, a one-off, and this would obviously be one of them. But yeah, I made my own template in Photoshop. I mean, I'm sure if I went onto a website and got it ordered to me, but it would be kind of silly since I could just print out regular blue line if I wanted to. Now, the reason why I do it the way I do it, I can't really see the blue line once it's printed. I just can't. It's just too light. I can't see it. But I still kind of need the border for the panels. So, in digital format, because I have to see where it's going to get trimmed off and where the bleed is, where things print and stuff like that. So I still have to maintain those rules. I could technically take away the blue line and print it that way, but then you're not getting like a traditional comic page, so to speak.
Right, right.
So that's why I leave the blue line on there whenever I print anything comic related if it's digital. So now I could also just do the way comic pages work. They're 11 by 17, but you generally only work in like the 10 by 15 area with leaving a little smaller area for like a print zone. So I could just work 10 by 15 or something and be safe. But I kind of want the comic feel on this. I might go different routes, different ways, different techniques in different books. But this one's old school, gritty. You know.
Yeah.
So
I think it's cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. I'm gonna try digital drawing, and I was trying to figure out what to do about, having a blue line reference. And I was thinking of like going to Michael's, buying a pack of the 11 by 17 blue line paper and then scanning one of those in, but then I need a larger flatbed scanner to accommodate that.
Well, you can go online and just Google image search, blue line comic paper, and you'll probably come up with one. Even if it's too small, what you can do is make your 11 by 17 in Photoshop or whatever program you have. And if it's too small, you just enlarge it, snap it, and then, you can pretty much like trace over it with a blue line or something. That's one way you do, like that way you have actual pixels. But I mean, but yeah, you can always just do that way. Just import a blue line template from Google. You can find a bunch of them on there. Now there is also another problem where different companies, different places, their measurements are different, like very slightly. It's not like drastic, but they're very slightly different. So you look up if you, let's say you're going to print it eventually, you look up what company, like say you print it on Mix'em, look up their printing sizes and stuff and make sure things are cohesive and coordinated. But usually 11 by 17, obviously, and then you get the 10 by 15 bleed mark, which is anything that goes outside of that is going to be on the edge of the page.
Yes.
So, and then inside that is like a I don't know, I don't know the exact dimensions. Like I'll just say like chat probably knows more than I do, but like a 9 by 12 or something, I don't know, interior where your safe zone is for stuff, and then you'll resize later. So there's a couple measurements in there, but yeah, so it, like, honestly, all you really need is this is the, if you're gonna especially go full bleed, you just need the 10 by 15. But if you want to be safe, if you're the writer, you want to have that bounding box in there to know where not to put text outside of.
Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah, I don't know those particulars. I haven't figured all this stuff out.
Right. I learned all this as I went. I kind of knew some of it, but when it came down to actually, because I didn't know how to print a book ever, so a lot of it was a big learning curve for me too. So, like I said, once again, that's why I use the blue lines, because I'm the writer. I need to know where the balloons go, where the bubbles go, so that it doesn't get cut off. So that's why I also keep the blue line on there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, Fade Salvation.
Hey, Fade, how's it going?
Max Work says there are templates online for that, or I can make you one. Oh, cool.
Max is always very helpful.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Man, I love your detail.
Thank you.
So cool.
Yeah, I get lost in the noodling. Yeah, and if you look at the first issue, like the first couple pages, they don't have as much. I kind of wanted it Sin City like, where it was like hard shadow and a lot of stuff, but I slowly started to just do my OCD stupidity and just crosshatch everything. And yeah, I get carried away sometimes, and I sometimes have to purposely try to hold back. And this is one of the pages that's like 20% digital, 80% traditional.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you went to traditional to get the splattery effects and the solid black ink?
Well, the solid black I still did in Photoshop, but I inked over it with traditional ink anyway. But yeah, I have the splatter in there, which you can do in digital format. Anything that I do traditionally, I can do digitally. I'm faster at some things traditionally. I'm faster at some things digitally, though. When it comes to splatter, I'm a lot faster in traditional aspects. I just take a toothbrush, good to go. But you can do all of this stuff still digitally now. What you don't get though is like when you print out a digital page, you could tell it's like all flat. There's nothing there, but you get that gritty texture. Like you could see the buildup of ink on a traditional page if you're using pen and ink. So you get that feel, and also you get depth even when you scan it. There's just a different look traditional than digital. If you get any professional like Jim Lee, he can instantly tell digital from traditional just by looking at the final image, like scanned in and everything, because his eyes are so attuned to it. Anybody who doesn't make comics, maybe not, but even I've been tricked a couple times. So, but my eyes suck anyway. But so yeah, it's just I can do different techniques, but I can still mimic them digitally.
Oh
So,
yeah,
you know, it gets like this one's all digital. So I could easily do this traditional. It would take maybe a little longer just with eyesight. That's another reason why I do digital. My eyes aren't that great, so digital helps a lot. But it would take me maybe a little longer, but I could do this traditionally if I wanted to. That's it.
Oh.
Well, and I've always told everybody, if you're going to draw or learn how to draw or want to get into drawing or art in general, learn traditional first.
Right.
Because those techniques can translate right into digital, and you'll have an easier go at things. And also, if your power goes out, you can still draw. You know, like if you're a digital artist, some of them have a really difficult time jumping into the traditional format and building things up the way they're supposed to be built.
Mm-hmm. Max Work says, basically, you can have the size as big as you want. The best part comes when you resize it for printing. Mm-hmm. Sure, the dimensions need to fit, but the size of your own page can be bigger than bought pages.
Yeah. Eric Larson does stuff called Double Up, where the pages are twice the size as a regular traditional comic book artist would use and stuff. So he's right. As long as you scale things properly, you could use almost any size.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I needed to digitally have like a template file that was sized up to the equivalent of 11 by 17.
Well,
and that way you zoom in and out of that page as needed to get in your details.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to start off that way and get comfortable with a certain way. Because once you're comfortable with one way and you're so used to it, you can then experiment with another way. You know, so you know, you build up a wheelhouse and then break it. You know, to try to hone your skills and get better, even if it comes with different sizes of paper and stuff like I work on 18 by 36, 24 by 36 paper sometimes. It just, I mean, it's not comic book stuff. It's just right, but I do that because it keeps me, you know, in tune in a way. It keeps me fresh. I don't get stagnant or stale. I also work on smaller paper. You know, and these are things that are like doodles or just like weird elaborate drawings. Like the last campaign I had original drawings at 11 by 17 or art pieces. I get bigger than that but those are like the kind of things that I do outside of comics. And if you get used to working at one size, you kind of screw yourself in a way, because you then are used to just drawing at that one size, and once you have to draw smaller, you're like, oh crap, my proportions might be a little wonky now. But you just keep going all the time, all different routes. You'll stay on top of the game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and you're known for maintaining like loads and loads of like notebooks, sketchbooks. And when you were at work, you would often sketch in your free time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at work I have whenever I can anyway, at my lunch break, I do lunch sketches. I mean, I don't finish a whole one in one sitting because they're pretty detailed, but like I have a half-hour lunch. And I don't really eat. I eat it while I'm working. I eat at my station. So I just listen to music and I'll doodle for a half hour. And it's at a smaller size, a little bit smaller of a sketchbook. The page is about 8.5 by 5.5, I believe. And you know, I sometimes use both pages. I sometimes just use one page. I mean, I go back and forth with things, and it keeps me a little fresh. And it's also a little journal in a way, but I doodle on everything, man. Like at work, we have invoices. They're backed with cardboard or like a green paper. Whenever we're really slow, I'll sometimes just doodle on those. If they're good enough, I keep them, or I mail them out with somebody's book later on. Or, you know, I try to constantly doodle just because I'm so used to it. Also, if I'm standing there for too long, I was like, all right, I'm bored. Once I'm bored, I'm like, I'm guessing I'm going to draw, because if you're an artist, you're never bored. You know, you can, if you get bored, you can draw. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun when you were fulfilling the campaign for book 1 and you were throwing in little extra pieces of art. That was always neat. Yeah,
that was my thank you to everyone for helping a dream of mine come true. I can't do that again. I don't have any more. I don't have as many in it right now of those. There, because I did those. They were like I don't know, like little 4x7 like sketches or 5x7, and you know, I did them at Michael's. When I worked at Michael's, I did it at the cash register, and I would just do pen and ink, you know, or ballpoint pen. I just doodle. And I worked there for 5 years, so I had a lot accumulated. So I sent those out to everybody. You know, obviously I didn't save every single one that I did. I gave them away or threw some away or whatever. But yeah, so I tried to give everybody one on the last campaign as a thank you. It was fun, and I had so many built up. Like, people might like original art, you know, why not? Yeah. I'm not doing anything with them. They were sitting in a like a case. Some were loose, some were like scattered way over in another room. Yeah, so
Max says splatter is easy to use in Photoshop. Spray on empty pages, scan them in, and put them on a separate layer if you don't want to use them as a brush.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. You can even make a brush that does like scatter, and then you could just kind of rotate it and just use it. There's a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's kind of like the early graphics programs. They would have the spray paint can.
Yeah.
That's kind of a variation of that.
Yeah.
Yes, it is funny that some digital artists can't use traditional tools. Kind of sad.
Yeah, well, because if you think, a lot of them are younger because they grew up in the digital age. Middle-aged people and people in their 30s are kind of fortunate, where we grew up with the digital age. You know, we grew alongside it. So we already had skill sets developed and then incorporated them into the electronic world. So we kind of got, like, nobody's ever really a master of art, but we have the best of both of them, you know, because we know how to just go with watercolors, traditional, if we want, but then we can jump into Photoshop or Corel Painter or Procreate and just do the same thing. So the look is a little different, but you could still, a really good artist would be able to do it that you can't tell. But yeah, we people our age grew up in a great time for this kind of stuff.
Agreed. Excuse me. So original cover.
Mm-hmm. That's the regular cover of our hero, the old man. He's busting out of a lot of alien guts and, you know, just tumulty, or not, the courtier, you know, armors and creatures and just eyeballs and stuff. So yeah, it's just his overcoming the odds, so to speak. Yeah, and yeah.
This thing that sort of resembles a tentacle in the top left. Does that say something? Does it have a word in there?
No, it doesn't. If you see one, cool, man.
It almost looks like it says cancer or...
Oh, wow. No, it doesn't say that. No.
Gastrointestinal.
No, yeah. It doesn't.
I thought it was like some Easter egg or something.
No, I didn't toss any.
Variant cover.
Yeah, that's from the Max #1. Sam Keith is a huge influence of mine, and I wanted to pay homage to him. And what better way than to do? I mean, I could have done anything from Marvel Comics Presents also, but the Max #1, I was a big Image guy. Image is pretty much like made it broke ground. So and I was a huge Sam Keith fan, so it just made sense to go ahead and do an homage of the Max cover, because I wanted a variant of my own aside from Jason Krager's on the Secret Perk, but it just clicked. I was like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
I'm not huge on homage covers, but this one just made sense for me anyway.
The Max is a trippy IP. Yeah, I really enjoyed the cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon's phenomenal. Well, also because Sam Keith he oversaw the cartoon, so that's why the cartoon was so close to the book.
That explains why it was as good as it was. They could have gone way wrong.
yeah, easily. And it being on Liquid Television helped too.
Yeah. Stretch goals at 5K. Old Man Dungeons and Dragons trading card by Jason Bascom unlocked.
Yeah, the only way there was an Old Man trading card in the first one that had his actual name on it, but the only way to get that was if you signed up on the emailing list on the first campaign. So there was only like 50 or so people that got that one. This one though, everyone's gonna get it, and it's gonna have it won't have his name, but it will have his D&D stats on the back of it, so you can play him as a character. You just got to make up your own name, I guess. But
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Max says, "Damn, gotta go. 4 a.m. here. Have a great night, guys. See you around. And if not, have a nice Easter and get started into the next week. Happy weekend."
You as well, Max. Have a happy Easter if we don't see you.
Have a good one, man. Dan, that cover is so awesome.
Thank you, Max. Thank
you. Faye agrees. Nice cover.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun one to do. A little bit digital, but mostly traditional watercolor, acrylic paint, stuff like that.
At 7,000 stickers.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Maybe 3 or 4 different kinds of stickers. One of them is going to be, how my logo is the white face with the one eye.
Yeah.
This one's going to be inverted, so it'll be black background with the white lines. So that will definitely be one of them. Another Unhinged Entertainment sticker. It'll probably be circular though instead of oval, but it'll be inverted.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be cool. And I might invert the Absolute as well to see what it looks like. If it's cool enough, I'll toss that in there too. But I'll actually draw up some stickers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
In 15K is the inverted logo circle patch.
Yeah.
That is. Hello.
Yeah, because I had the big one on the last campaign. The oval one. This one's going to be big enough you could put on a beanie or something like that. It'll be a little smaller and it'll be a circle. So it you could iron it on or sew it on to whatever. But it'll be smaller. Because I wear beanies. I don't really wear like patch jackets or whatever. So I was like, hey, that'll be cool to have.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yours was your patch made the record book for the biggest patch in CG.
I think it is. I don't know yet. The verdict is still out, but if it's not, it's definitely second place. It's one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, something to be told.
Yeah, Shay says it's a fine. I felt it was a little too large, but that's another reason why I want to do another one to make it smaller and easier to put on smaller things. So.
It's only too large if it fills the entire jacket.
No, you see, there you go. Shay and Cy have one of the biggest patches because they have their logo.
Oh yeah,
on the back of some jackets. So
that's true.
Yeah,
but I wasn't sure. Was it like embroidered or was it?
It looks embroidered, but it's a patch. It's
really?
Beautiful. The guy does great work. Tony is his name. I can't remember the name of the website though. Sorry.
That's wrong.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet though.
Yeah.
Let's see, 9,000. The Envy window cling.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that typically intended for like inside the home? You stick it inside the window, or is it also made of the same quality of the materials used for the clings for automobiles?
Well, I mean, you should be able to put it on any Windows service. So I'm sure you can put it on an automobile. We at my work, we make stickers and banners and window clings and transfers and stuff. So it gave me the idea to maybe do a window cling of one of the aliens. So yeah, it'll be fun.
And then 15K inverted logo circle patch.
Yeah, we already went over that one.
Yeah. And then who knows what 20K will be?
Who knows what the future may hold?
Yeah. 30K, mysterious. And at 250K, you shave your beard.
Shave the beard, man. The iconic logo that is Unhinged Entertainment. Yeah, I'll shave off my beard.
So then, would you also in turn change the logo temporarily?
I would. I would. The logo would then be face shaveless, shaved. So yeah, I would temporarily do that. Yeah.
That would be pretty funny. Yeah, that would be 6 figures, young lady.
Yeah, pay off my student loans, everyone.
There you go. Poster work in progress. Ooh, cool.
Yeah, I figured I'd put it up on the campaign rather than in there. Last night I did an update on my old campaign for people who maybe didn't sign up for the email and don't know it exists yet or what. So I did an update. So I didn't want to do another update on top of that with this one. So I just posted the poster in the work in progress poster in the campaign itself. So everybody can see it, even if you haven't backed or anything. So yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's gonna be in color. The poster, stickers, wall, window cling, trading cards, all those are in color. The book is the only thing that's in black and white. The interiors of the book.
Is your I hadn't checked, but is Absolute Book One now closed, or is it still in demand?
It's closed. Yeah, it's closed. You can get the first book in this campaign as an add-on or in one of the tiers, but you can't. You can only get the regular cover. The variant and the sketch cover are not available. They're only available like at a convention. And I was actually going to auction off some old some art from the first one, like a sketch thing that I did from the first one, plus the variant cover on the auction, but we didn't have time. So it would have been kind of cool to get somebody a variant that can't get access to it, because that's the only way to really get them is through me, like at a convention or what have you, in that aspect, or auction. Otherwise, yeah, you can only get the regular cover. That way, it's just more limited. Yeah, that's the end of it for now. I will be posting the art, trading card art, and stuff like that as it develops.
Book 2 is about 60% finished. Yeah. All right. Sweet.
Yeah, it's about 55, 60, somewhere in there. Yeah, because the first half of it is actually all lettered and everything. It just says you have to be edited. But so the first half is like done. I could put that out. I could put out a 23-page comic pretty much right now if I wanted to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Were you doing your own lettering?
Yeah. Also the letterer. Yeah.
So you're doing it as well for this book, right?
Yeah. I know, like, Eric Weathers does great work, but I didn't know of anyone. So I in the first one, so I had to do it all myself. Plus, I can't afford anyone. But also this way, it still stays consistent. With
that's important.
Yeah. Now, other books, I wouldn't mind maybe hiring a letterer because I hate doing it. Oh yeah, dude, I hate lettering. It's so tedious. Other people love it. Eric Weathers even says, he's like, I love doing this. I'm like, you're crazy. So, yeah, but I do like that I have control over it, that I have control over what fonts to use, what current, like, letter sizes, and stuff like that. Like, if you scroll down a little bit with the Danny and the alien going head to head, oh, pardon me, you'll see in one of the panels, it says kaboom. And that's because I wrote in the panel kaboom, so it's like, that's part of the comic page. So, but, obviously I like doing stuff like that. In some of the first book, I wrote in like sound effects inside the artwork, rather than just making a font for it or something like that. It was just a little easier, but a little more fun.
Mhm.
Like I think in one of them, like on her sneaker, it hits the guy in the face, and in the back it says, on the bottom of her sole, it says like crack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember
yeah.
that scene.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sugar Chris.
Yo, hey, Sugar, what's up? Another bidder in the auctions.
Hey, Max,
Good to
is out
see you.
here.
Max.
Cheap letter. Here I am, Jason. No joke. I will help you out if you want.
I appreciate it, Max. Thank you.
Aha.
Go to bed.
You're a jack of all trades. Yeah, go to bed, Max.
It's like 5 a.m. now. Come on.
Yeah, really.
But thank you.
Did you let's see here. Yeah, that's funny. He's literally a jack of all trades. I don't know if you were up or if you were there as well, but shoot. Peregrine was doing their closeout stream, and so Xavier was playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
I heard about it.
As soon as he passed the game and it started rolling credits, they hit the button to shut down the campaign and take it out of in-demand and formally close it. Took longer than expected, but he did. He knocked it out pretty handily. I think it's pretty common for, I think it's recognized that beating it within like 24 hours is pretty commendable. And I think he did it like 16 or 18 hours.
Oh, wow. Man, that's a fun game.
Yeah, and I was there for maybe 3 or 4 of the last hours, and I was also there in the morning before I left for work. But the thing didn't end until like 4:15, 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And I was so beat that I spent most of the following day sleeping.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Oh man.
No, I didn't catch it. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when, and I don't even know when. You know what day that was?
Oh shoot! It was. I thought it was Monday or something like that.
Monday. I can't remember what I was doing Monday, man.
Was it Monday or Tuesday? I want to say Monday.
I had to have been working on artwork or something, and I just missed it. When you're doing a crowdfunding, you time is just it's lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
No.
It was pretty fun, all in all.
No, that's good. Yeah, I did back Peregrine a long time ago, so
me too.
I wasn't worried about it. Yeah, but no, their campaign was wildly successful, and they deserve it. It's a great looking book. So
yeah. I mean, they've already been making all kinds of plans for the universe that they're building.
Yeah, they're doing a lot in that, and I'm actually going to be on Graded 0.5 next Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 10 Eastern. So everyone go check it out.
Okay.
I'll be on Topicless still on my channel. It'll be on Luke's channel. Death Metal Heroes channel next week. But I'll be on for like the first hour, 45 minutes to an hour. But after that, I'm gonna have to. He already knows I have to ditch out and go shill myself. But obviously the gang will be there. Plus, you know, you could even drop in too. You get the link. You're in the chat, so aren't you? You're in the topic list chat.
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah. So yeah, you can always jump in if you want.
Oh, cool. Let's see here. Yeah, Max Works says, we'll be off now. Good night.
Yeah, he's probably still awake. Don't let him fool you. Max is great people. And whenever he gets his campaign going, everyone's in for a treat. Phenomenal talent.
So you're at 6338.
Yeah, man. The support this book has gotten, I'm overwhelmed by it. Everybody showed their love on day one, and it's just amazing. It's still going. You know, I mean, I get a couple backers here and there, and I'm just like, wow. I don't know if you remember, because I got funded on. You remember I got funded on your stream for the book one, but that was almost like we had like what 5 days left or something for the whole campaign. And that was a 5K stretch goal. So I already beat what I did on book one in 2 months. I did it in a week, and that's insane. That's crazy for me. I can't believe that, you know. So, like, thank you to everyone. You know, I mean, you made Jason a happy man.
Yeah, you know? That's impressive.
Yeah, like I said. And everybody showed their support. You know, even people who backed it, and they were like, "Hey, you know, I didn't get the stretch goal for, or the add-on wasn't on there because I boomered everything like I normally do." And I was like, "Yeah, hey, you refund it, I'll add it, we back." And they did. And so yeah, because they wanted to get all those add-ons. So yeah, it's been great.
I'm taking a look at this image, and it almost looks like this creature is eating this guy's crotch.
No, I'm trying to see. That's more like his leg, kind of. It's his inner thigh. He's at his inner thigh, but he's bigger, so he's closer. So yeah, so obviously
that's true.
He's not right in there. Yeah. Otherwise, if he wasn't, he'd be when you see that's part of a 2-page spread. So when you see the 2-page spread, you know, you see the other monsters are a little more to scale. But yeah,
181% funded of the $3,500 fixed goal. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, it's an improvement. And I was about to ask if you we're doing some comparisons as to how this is performing versus your first campaign.
Yeah, dude, my first campaign, I think I had like less than $2,000 on the first month. So this is blowing it out of the water. It's disintegrating it, and it's thanks to the fans and the chat and all the YouTube hosts and stuff that have taken notice to everybody, and just me also going on and talking with them, but they've all even said that that the book one got pretty good reviews, also with not just with the content, but also with the deal, the value of it. And I was like, well, I gotta mimic that. I gotta redo it again. I gotta redo that value.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying in spades. So yeah.
Fantastic. Fate is still here lurking.
Man, he's gonna go tell Bancroft everything I said here. That's fine. Shay inside did the heavy lifting. Bancroft just picked the pebble up and got put me over the line, and I guarantee you he's gonna take all the credit for getting me funded. You go tell him, Fade. Tweet.
He's a spy.
Yes.
Gotta go. Hope you and Jason have a fun stream. Thank you so much, and thanks for hanging with us.
Fade, yeah, I like Fade takes a good beating. He's a trooper. I like Fade
for sure. Yeah. Are we in the first 30 days of funding?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. So are you planning to do a second 30 days of funding and then go in demand?
Yeah, well, only because that's the norm. I don't. To me, it doesn't make much sense to do it, but it does. Like, you're going to go in demand anyway. Like,
Yeah.
there's no secret. Like, you're going to
Right.
go in demand. But I also know at the end of that first 30 on Indiegogo, you get a bump. So if you do another 30, you'll get the bump and you'll be 30 more. And then you get another bump before your
Yep,
campaign
yep,
ends and you go in demand. I don't know if it really matters. I don't know if you'd really get the same amount of backers as if you just go in demand and just let it run. I don't know. I don't want to find out on this campaign, but
Right.
maybe in the future. Like, I also know, like, the first 30 is good. The second 30, things really die off like halfway in, and so
Mm.
is it better to just do like Graham Nolan did with just 2 weeks? I don't know. I fully don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think people are still experimenting.
They are.
Yeah, I would have a tendency to do what we consider the norm, 2 30-day rounds of funding,
Mhm.
followed by in demand, especially as a new creator. But I understand the reasons other people don't follow that to a
Right.
T.
Well, once again, they're the bigger names though that are
Yeah.
not following it, so they can kind of get away with it.
Yeah, and then you've also got some people who do. They right off the bat they do a full 60 days of funding,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's up in the air as to whether they decide to go in demand.
Right.
So yeah, let's check out these. Actually, let's play the trailer again here.
Sure.
Our heroes are captured and tortured for information, prodded and pruned by the Omni Horde to reveal the secrets of the Tumulty and secure their position as the ultimate species. Will they survive? Will the joining of 2 new heroes help them overthrow vicious Omni overlords? Will their heroics save the planet? Find out on the epic conclusion to Absolute.
That's why I mute myself. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I obviously did the trailer mainly. It's obvious because it's pretty amateurish, but it's in par with the last campaign, like the feel of it, the flow of it. So. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I definitely recognize your voice, but I was wondering, where do you get the music?
Oh, that I just found online, royalty free.
Right.
Music website, and I just there's so many of them. I just kind of browsed a little bit on some, like, yeah, that one works, and I put it in. So,
oh,
yeah.
All right, nice,
Yeah.
And it does work.
Yeah.
Uh,
I could probably still mess with the audio a little bit, but it works. It works.
let's see here. So, check out the tiers here. The feature perk, always great to have a feature perk. I highly recommend everyone always have a feature perk. Best bang for your buck. The book plus goodies, basically. Twice the goodness for not twice the price.
Mm-hmm.
You get the original explosive black and white Old Man Triumphant cover and a maximized variant for a few bucks less than backing them separately.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's why it's the featured tier. It was the same thing on the last campaign. I had the variant and the regular at a discounted price. So, like I said, I tried to mirror a little bit of the last campaign.
Yeah. I dig it. So you got Absolute Book 2, the OG cover. Busting through the guts.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Max tribute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little more because it's going to be pretty much print to order almost. So so there really won't be Like I'll overprint a little bit for damages and stuff like that, but otherwise that yeah. So it's a little more because it's going to be more limited.
Gotcha. Absolute signed.
And you get to pick which one you want. So if you pick the variant cover, you're getting the variant cover, the signature free. The reason why I charge is so I can do it this way, and also not everybody wants a signed book. Some people want the regular cover the way it looks because they think the signature, because I signed the cover, so they think that would damage it or something like that. So I got plenty of people that don't get the signature, not just because of the cost, but just because of the way they just don't want to sign that. You know, they don't want the cover damaged.
Do you get anyone who asks you to sign it but sign the inside of the cover instead, or the first page?
I haven't had anyone ask me. I mean, if they hit me up, I could. The only problem comes is whenever I'm fulfilling, I have to remember that. Or
right.
I mean, everything imports in a spreadsheet. I could type it in there, I guess. I don't know how you fully save it and then import everybody else's backers as they go.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, you know, yeah, they can always email me maybe or hit me up. So, like if they email me through the campaign, that way I could save it into my emails. But once again, like I said, I got to remember to check that. I usually am pretty good about that stuff. So if they wanted to, sure, you know, I would sign the interior if they want.
Yeah, because I mean, I've heard of. Well, I mean, that was just a curiosity because I have heard that, you know, not everyone likes their book signed on the front cover.
Right.
I'm of the type who does like seeing the signature on the front cover. I don't mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And if you're buying for collectability and you know you think these are going to be worth money one day, if you get it, like if I were to sign it and you think that's going to be worth big money one day, you have to have the CGC come and verify the signature while I'm signing it. So obviously that's an impossibility. Now there are other. I have a couple signed books that got signed in the '90s. The CGC didn't exist. There's the I believe it's a CBCS. They will authenticate signatures, you know, that they didn't see in person. Now the only glitch is there is when you go to sell it, some people still don't trust it. They're still like yeah, they didn't witness it. So then you have that iffy aspect.
True.
But yeah, so that's why some people just don't want the cover signed. But yeah, it is what it is. And I'm fine either way.
So that was absolute signature.
Mm.
Then you got the absolute poster.
Mm-hmm.
That's the work in progress, right?
Yeah, you have the work in progress down at the bottom, and you get. I believe you can pick the cover. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember.
You get to choose between the two lovely covers, as well as a gorgeous full 11x17 folded, inserted color poster of the three main villains of book 2. Oh, it'll pair well with your heroes poster. Mm-hmm. That's true. Mm-hmm. That's a good. That's good planning.
Thank you.
Oh, very clever.
Happy accident in a way. I was like, oh, the first one has all the heroes. I can just put the main villains on the next one. That'll be fun.
There you go.
So yeah,
that's nice. All right. Thanks, let's see here. Let me see. So you get a choice of cover. All right, and then you get a poster as well. All right. All right. Then you got the absolute sketch card. Mm-hmm. So there's a total of 13 to choose from. Actually, 13 total.
Yeah, 6 of them sold. So you know, it's the poster perk plus for $5 more, which is actually, I have looked at other campaigns. It's actually pretty on par or cheap. Some of them are going for a lot higher depending on the artist. But yeah, you'll get a limited. Is this the right side up? I have it upside down.
Uh-huh.
This is the one. You know, I'm doing. So these are like the sketch card. You know, it's pen and ink, maybe micron, a little splash of color. And then you'll get my logo on the back, and it's signed and numbered.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so you know, these are actually going pretty quick. Six. I think there's only like 7 left. I think. So I
Yep.
have 13 blank cards. It's all I got. So that's why I'm doing it that way. So yeah. So I mean, I won't screw up on them because I can't. So if I do, I'll just get more blank cards. But yeah. So that's why there's 13 of them.
Speaking of sketch cards, where do you pick those things up? Does everyone in CG basically buy from the same place, or can you get them at Michael's?
You might be able to, not at mine. I was given those by an ex-girlfriend, so yeah. But I think you can order them online anyway, and just get them that way. But yeah.
So what? You just search for sketch cards?
Blank sketch cards.
Sketch cards.
Yeah, yeah. They should be 2.5 by 3.5.
2.5 by 3.5.
Yeah, that's usually the size of a trading card.
Okay, all right, and that's guaranteed to fit in the top loaders and.
Yeah, that's like my trading cards that I have in my campaign were like the regular ones, and the last one were 2.5 by 3.5. These are 2.5 by 3.5. They'll fit in top loader. That's what those are in top loaders.
Ah, nice.
So it's just $5 more. You can get a trading card. So
either you order online and get the trading cards, or you first put in the work and effort to get a girlfriend, and then with that girlfriend, and then your ex-girlfriend may be willing to give you some sketch cards.
Well, I think she gave them to me while we were dating. So you can break up with her after that.
Oh, all right. Well, there we go.
Once you get what you want from her, you can break up.
Yeah, that's all I wanted. As soon as I get those sketch cards,
I'm good.
Yeah.
Relationships cost money. I might as well get a little sketch cards out of it, and that'll be it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we've got Absolute's book 1 and Absolute books 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's how you can get. It's one way to get the original cover, or you can add it as an add-on to any perk.
So you're literally getting the original Absolute book 1. Is not like
no, it's not a reprint. No.
Oh, it's not a reprint.
Yeah, I overprinted on purpose, so I was able to have first printing. And now I shouldn't, but if I do happen to sell out on the first printings, I will reprint, but I will also compensate the backers with I mean, there'll be a variant cover, but I'll compensate them with maybe like original art or something as an apology. But I shouldn't sell out. I'm not 100% on that because you never know what'll happen.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So we got that. That's pretty sweet that people are still going to be able to get in on first printing of Absolute Book 1. Let's see, Absolute Sketch Plus.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, what's this about? It looks like there's also a cyborg Valkyrie here.
Yeah. This one is pretty similar to the Sketch Plus on the previous campaign. It's a little cheaper because the last campaign, like that illustration that's in there, that's at a 9x12 paper. These ones are going to be 6x9, so they'll fit in the Gemini mailer. Yeah, the other way I had to actually put the Gemini mailers in envelopes and, or mail things separate. It just got to be too much. So they're smaller, so the price is lowered. But you also get to pick this time which character you want. Last time it was random. This time you get to pick which character you want, and it'll be just as good in detail and quality as the last ones were. And I may even do some watercolor in there or something because I tested the paper and it holds up really well. So yeah, and you also get that Cyborg Valkyrie trading card, like I said, that's on the higher tiers that you can't get any other way.
All right.
And that Cyborg Valkyrie trading card is a foil trading card, just like the Absolute Valkyrie one was.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks.
So, all right, let's say you've fulfilled this campaign. You take a break from the Absolute franchise to do some work with your brother. And when you return to Absolute and start a new story arc, do you know yet what the foil trading card is going to be?
No, I also did, like, because when I first started, it was just Shay. I didn't know Sai was part of the channel really or at all or anything about Sai. So I thought it was just Shay. So I did, to thank her for going on her show and everything, I did a Absolute Valkyrie trading card because I just had the idea it would be kind of cool. No, I did the Absolute Valkyrie embellished print. And from that, I was like, you know what? It'd be really cool to turn this into a trading card. And I asked her permission. She said, absolutely. And I offered it with just one perk, though. But the one that I offered, this is where things get a little weird. The one that I offered, it was just foil embossed on the word absolute. But the company had asked, well, do you want to try this on the whole card? I'm like, I don't know. So they're like, well, we'll send you, we'll send you a sample of it. Of what it'll look like. They actually sent me the one that I wanted, which is the red absolute, and they also sent me an entire order that I ordered for an entire order of the all foiled ones. So quite a few people actually got the all foil ones, just because, and I still have plenty of them left, so you can still get them. And I just don't know how yet. I might even insert them randomly, depending on your backing or who you are, or just because I like you. I don't know. But one of the most rare cards actually is the Absolute Valkyrie trading card with just the red absolute, because only two people backed that sketch cover tier. So only a couple of those went out. So if you have one, actually, it's also probably because I slipped it in as a higher perk backing or something. Maybe I tried to stay loyal though to my promise on that just being on that tier. So if you have one of those, if anyone has one of those, that's the rarest one out of all of my cards.
Yeah, I'd have to double check my collection because I don't remember if I got one of those.
Right. So it would go that one, then probably the all foil one, then probably the email card. Those would be the three rarest cards. Because I'm not making them again, and especially the email one, I'm not making that ever again. The all foil one, I'll probably still, I have plenty of them, and I'll probably still use that to give out. But the one with just the word foiled, no, I'm not getting those out anymore.
So this one's going to be the Cyborg Valkyrie is going to be the entire card is going to be foiled.
Yeah, to match the all foil Absolute Valkyrie. So the Absolute Cyborg one is going to be all foil. Yeah.
Now, was it your idea to do the Cyborg Valkyrie trading card, or did Sai ask you?
No, Sai had no idea, and I asked Sai because it's their thing. It's that. The Cyborg Valkyrie is their thing, because this is the Absolute Cyborg. The wording's a little different, but Cyborg Valkyrie is their thing, and I had asked them permission if I could go ahead, because I actually did a for their channel, I did a piece of art that they could use for memberships or merch or whatever. And I was like, and I really liked the piece of the Cyborg that I did, as well as Sai did as well. I asked Sai, I'm like, is it all right if I make that a trading card? And they were like, they thought it'd be awesome. So I was like, cool. So I did it. Yeah, they didn't know I was thinking about doing it.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Absolute one-off interior art. Ooh. 21 pages of is that where you scan the line art and then you print off copies actually no. You print off one copy of every line art page and then you embellish it?
No, just the digital. Because there's, you can't buy a piece of I mean, I think that the NTBs or whatever that new thing is, you can do that in a way. But this one, I print out one of the digital pages because the first half of the book is all digital, not the traditional ones. If I did it traditionally and scanned it in, no, I don't print those. But I print one of the digital pages, and then I'll add live ink to it, so that way, it's like a mixed medium in a way where you'd have to know my pen pressure though and everything in order to mimic it. So it would be difficult. Plus, I do other things that, like, I have my blue line on there. It's high res. It's you can't duplicate this unless you have access to my computer.
Right.
So I do all that, and then that's it. I don't print that ever again. I think 3 people back on the last campaign, I had the similar tier. I added live ink to those. Those 3 pages will never ever get printed again. Probably never anything from that book actually will ever get printed, because that's the only time you can get these is during these campaigns. After that, no more. So in a way, it's kind of rare to do it. Now a lot of people are like, well, that's still just a print. I don't want, even though I do add live ink to it, their mindset would be that's still a print, but not. I do, like I said, I try to add a little bit more to it. There's ink other places. There's other things that I do that are the same on all the ones that I do. So unless you know what I'm doing, you can't imitate it. So
Right.
So yeah, so it is a one-time off printing of it that I embellish, like you said, in a way. I embellish it with ink and over the same page image, over the same line work. So it's still the printed image in the book. So it's not going to be a different looking page. You know what I mean? It's going to be the same page. And then you can also get almost everything else in the campaign on top of it. So it's actually a good deal. Yeah, it's a good value.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's original art, man.
Yeah, it's original art. It really is.
That was 11 by 17, right?
Yeah, these are 11 by 17 pages. Yeah.
Nice. All right, then we've got absolute original interior art.
Mm-hmm. And then that one is the traditional, like the 20% digital, and then I just ink everything else. Those are the traditional pages that
those are the more time-consuming ones.
Yeah, well, they're all time-consuming, but those are these ones. Where I add the live ink, and all the detail and stuff like. This stuff here, this is ink. Like this isn't digitally blacked in. Like this will be full of like just grossness and like exploding things. You know what I mean? So it's a traditional page. There's 0 ways of duplicating this unless you have it.
Right.
So yeah. So that's why that one is a little more of those, because there's more traditional to it.
Mm-hmm. Welcome, Boob Dan Art.
Hey, Plagle, the Goblin Girl friend. Everyone go sign up for the Goblin Girl now in Indiegogo and pre-launch. He is doing one of the trading cards. So yeah.
Oh, nice. Jason's doing it all well, friend.
And yeah, Plagle's top tier. Everyone should go sub to his channel too. Boob Dan Art. He does live drawing streams. We hang out, we chill. It's fun. It's a great time. So yeah, everyone go sign up for that and subscribe to Plagle. But yeah, he's doing one of the trading cards, like I said. Now on these higher tiers, you do get all 3.
All right.
So yeah, so that's why you get like you get this one, you get everything except for the cover art. You know what I mean? In this one.
Absolute original art cover.
That's the cover one. That one you get everything except an interior page, but you also get the regular cover for this one. You don't get the variant cover. You get the original art. I have it right over here, y'all. You get the original art to the cover of the old man busting out. I'm trying to keep things a little neater this time, and that way corners don't get damaged. I think.
Right.
But you know what? When it gets damaged in my possession. So, but yeah. So this is the. So this is like all like textured pen and ink and detailed, and I even go over the printed lines a lot of the times. So it's pretty much like it's a traditional page. So this is, you'll get this if you back that, and this is, you know, obviously it's the cover. It's a very you know, people cover is a high thing to get, you know, if you're a collector, and like you can see all the little noodling that I do, and just stuff you'll never see when it gets shrunken down, because it gets shrunken down, so it gets hidden. That's why it's cool to get the 11 by 17s, the bigger pieces. You get to see how much work actually did go in. Like you see that little guy back, the alien head back there. There's all those little noodlings, and you get to see all the cool stuff. You know, that's why I like. If I can afford traditional art, I back it, because you get to see all the cool stuff even better. So yeah, that's what that perk is. That perk is that cover. Plus you get everything else in the campaign except for an interior art page. So yeah.
Nice. Eric says, I got an original art interior page. Such a great price.
He actually is getting the one that's on the campaign of the splash page with the, you know, more action, and you got them to.
Oh my god!
He's getting that one.
The splash page. Damn.
Yeah, he's getting that big splash page now, and that's the thing. If I only have like 3 or 4 backers of the original art, you're probably guaranteed a splash page or some a really cool page with less panels, lots of art. Because you know, the more backers you get, the less pages go. So it's because it's random, except for that one. I was on the stream. I said, you know, if you back it, I was like, do you want this? I asked him, like, you want this? He's like, yeah, I'll take that. So he's like the only one who got to pick what page he wanted. Same goes with the interior pages. If you back or the print off ones, if I only get a couple backers on the that, you're gonna get a really cool page, because I'm gonna select which one is I think is one of the better ones. So yes, but this tier here, you get the cover.
Sweet. Oh my gosh. And as is customary, I always enjoy catching the tiers that have already sold out, because I basically get to see what I missed. So become affected. Yeah,
with that one, sorry, I was in the middle of texting someone. With that one, I was only 2 of those. The reason being is, in the book, he refers to the people as being affected. Now, if you're affected, that just means they're the people that everyone pretty much was. So because of a fallout and alien experimentation, you know, and then people bred throughout the years, they develop either genetic abnormalities or, you know, extra limbs or superpowers. So you get to become one of them, and you become a trading card that everyone gets with D&D stats on the back of it. And they sold out like right away almost. Frog G, who's a great mod. Frog G. Yeah. You're gonna get a Frog G affected trading card, man. It's gonna. We're already in the talks. And the other cat that backed it, I gotta get a hold of them. I haven't started them yet, because you know, there's a lot of stuff I gotta focus on. But I know they're gonna want to see what they're gonna look like. So I gotta hunker down and really start sketching them out, at least to show them what they're gonna look like, because we've been in talks. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, so yeah, that's what that one was. And I only limited it to 2 because I didn't want to overwhelm myself. So yeah. I like the tiers where people are like, hey, you know, get killed in the campaign or be a guest in the campaign. Those are cool, you know, but you're in a couple panels. This way you become, you know, one of the collectible cards, as well as people can play you in like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign or something. I don't know. It's just more involved, I think. So, yeah.
Heck yeah. Eric wanted to get that Max Tribute cover, but someone snagged it. It was probably Rick Saylor.
No, I know who has it. It was nice of them. Let me put it that way. So yeah, and I'm grateful. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Absolute Maximizer cover.
Yep, that's the. I actually still have that here. You know, we said trying to keep things nice and neat. There it is. And so, I'm sure it's already set up. So yeah, so this is it. This is this part here is acrylic paint. Like a little bit of the line art is digital, but I went back over it obviously with traditional ink, and The rest of it is all traditional ink and watercolor. So
Wow.
yeah, and the colors really stand out. And then I gave, where am I? Well, I gave my homages. I gave my credit to Sam Keith, as people should whenever they do an homage.
Sure.
So yeah, and now the traditional Max cover is actually black with the red splotch in him. My book though is black and white. All the other covers have the white background, and this way it kind of stays cohesive to everything else. So yeah, but this was a lot of fun to do, and the lucky backers has a wonderful piece that they're gonna enjoy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Thanks, man. I had a lot of fun doing that. Like I said, I'm a Sam Keith fan, so I was having fun with a fellow artist.
Yeah, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you.
That's so cool, dude. Hey, Matanui, how's it going?
Hey, Matanui, what's up?
Finally caught one live again. Nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a while since.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah.
That was my fault. I've been out of commission for like a month.
Well, you got to think about your health, man.
I'm getting back into the swing of things. So
yeah, swing on this.
And that and at least I didn't have the coof.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank goodness, man.
Let's see. Yeah, so that's all the cheers, man. Freaking cool campaign.
Thanks, man. You can really take me off of this.
Oh.
Thank you. I'm sure everyone loves staring at the beautiful visage.
Well, yeah. It's what inspires people, right?
Oh, it's not the artwork. It's the beauty.
Yeah.
It's the exquisiteness. Yes.
Indeed. You are what makes the world go round.
I know.
Yeah. Let's check out this trailer once more here.
Sure thing. Yeah.
Boom.
Our heroes are captured and tortured for information. Parted and thrown by the Omni Horde to reveal the secrets of the Tamalfi and secure their position as the ultimate species. Will they survive? Will the joining of two new heroes help them overthrow vicious Omni overlords? Will their heroics save the planet? Find out on the epic conclusion to Absolute.
Find out on the epic conclusion.
Yeah, and actually, like the voiceover with the word, with the music, I lucked out on when it like pumped in. You know what I mean? Like I did like, and like it started panning down on the samurai priest and the crucifixion, and it started like the music really pumped in right there, and I'm like, wow, that worked out perfectly. I'm like, well, I got lucky there. Yeah, so it was fun.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Do you basically like lay out all the images that you want to showcase, and then you do the voiceover against that, and the music track against that?
Pretty much. I pick random almost. Like I pick key images I think that are good. Artwork that I think really snaps. I want to show, like, you want to show a little bit of action. You want to show the characters. You want to. There's certain key elements you want to thrust in there, because you only got no more than a minute. I mean, really, after a minute, people do start to lose interest in a way. They're like, okay, come on, I want to get on with it. So like this one's actually shorter than my last video. So so you want to capture striking images. You want the music to hit at the right levels. I got very lucky. The first one I did, the music was way too low, and I had to, fix things and tweak things. But there's a learning curve, and I used an app. I can't remember the name of it, but this one actually used Adobe Premiere.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that was a learning curve too, because I've been using Premiere for a little bit to edit videos for my YouTube, which everyone should go sub to, Unhinged Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yes. And but yeah, so I'll edit some to get clips or something like that. But I'd never made a full-on photo trailer with it, because I've done my own videos, like excuse me while I whip this out, or stuff like that, where they're recorded. But as far as this, you had to import the Photoshop file. You have to like okay. It was tricky, man. It was a lot of learning, but it worked out okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Turned out good. I like it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. So this is absolute. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm no WyzGyz, but you know, his videos are phenomenal. But yeah.
Yeah, he's constantly improving, and he's whipping out all these new tools out of his toolbox.
Yeah.
I like some of the effects he pulls off. Excellent. Absolute Book 2 by Unhinged
Entertainment.
Definitely back this book if you haven't already.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you already have, back it once, back it twice, back it 3 times a lady.
Yeah. Well, also, if you back it more than once, you're almost guaranteed to get all the trading cards. All the 3 of the 3, not all of the trading cards.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic. Yeah, so I think on that note, we shall bring this to a close.
Sounds good.
Would you do? I'm going to give you the floor. Will you share with the world how you can be found on social media?
Everyone can find me on Twitter's at UnhingedEnt. I believe that's on mine's as well, which I'm almost never on. You can find me on YouTube's Unhinged Entertainment on YouTube's. Also Facebook Unhinged Entertainment. Instagram is my name, Jason Bascom. You can find me on there. I try to post stuff. It's tough, but yeah. So, and everyone go back Absolute Book 2 as well. Sign up for Goblin Girl. Now I'm pre-launch on Indiegogo. Get it while you can. Playgirl is an up-and-comer, great talent. And, you know, you got Christopher John. We got a lot of great artists out there that people have yet to see. And so support them as well.
Yeah. Right on. You can find me on MeWe, Facebook, YouTube under WyzGyz Entertainment. Parler under WyzGyzParlers, Twitter under WyzGyz Tweets, Twitch under WyzGyz Twitches. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Mark the bell for notifications. Drop some comments down below. Let us know what you're most excited about on Absolute Book 2, which is basically everything.
Thank you.
And yeah, back this book. Show your support. Yeah, this is going to go gangbusters for sure.
Thanks, man.
I'm really excited about this book. And let's see. Oh, thanks to everyone in chat.
Yeah, hail the
Awesome.
chat.
You guys are so awesome. Hail. Thanks to everyone who watches this on replay. And thanks to our very special guest, as always, Jason Bascom.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. And welcome back.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's good to have you back, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Take it easy, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Final guest that is the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sammetti. The YouTube WyzGyz. How you doing? Welcome to the show.